You were walking through life, completely unaware that the very thing that makes you unique is the reason they can't stand to be near you. Their resentment grows with every step you take in your power. They put on a smile when you're around, but deep down, there's something about you that makes their blood boil. They won't admit it, but they can't help but despise the way you effortlessly shine. It was never about what you did wrong, but rather what you did right. They couldn't stand seeing you succeed, not because they hated you, but because they hated how small it made them feel in comparison. Behind every kind word they say, there's a storm of envy brewing. They despise the way you live freely, unburdened by the insecurities that haunt them daily. You had no clue that the very thing they pretend to admire is the thing they secretly loathe. Your confidence, your kindness, it reminds them of everything they're not. They hide it well, but their true feelings leak out in moments of silence. The thing you thought brought you closer is what drives them to despise you when you're not looking. Every compliment they gave was laced with bitterness. You never saw it coming, but the one thing that sets you apart is the thing they can't bear to see in you. They smile and nod, but their heart screams with disdain. They hate how you never seem to crumble under the weight of life, how you keep rising while they feel stuck. You walk through life, thinking they're by your side, but in their hearts, they wish they could see you fall. They secretly despise the resilience you carry so effortlessly. It's not your flaws that bother them, it's your strengths. They despise how you seem to overcome every challenge, while they are swallowed by their own struggles. You never knew, but their silent contempt stems from a place of jealousy. They despise how you live unapologetically, how you embrace yourself without seeking approval. They could never tell you, but it burns them to see you happy. The thing they despise the most is your joy, your ability to find light in the darkest moments. You thought you were close, but the truth is, they've been harboring resentment all along. That one thing you love about yourself, it's the very thing they wish you didn't have. They'll never say it out loud, but every achievement of yours is a reminder of their own perceived failures. What they despise most is not you, but the reflection of their own inadequacies. Their words may not match their feelings, but if you look closely, you'll see it in their eyes. The thing they secretly despise is how you're unshaken by their doubts. It was never your fault, yet they secretly hold a grudge. The thing they hate is how you're able to move forward, leaving behind the very chains they still drag. You thought you knew them, but you were blind to their inner turmoil. They despise how you walk with purpose, while they feel lost and invisible. You had no idea, but every time you rose, it pushed them deeper into resentment. They despise the way you keep going, no matter how many times life tries to knock you down. They despise the way you own your truth. While they hide behind facades, your authenticity makes them feel exposed in ways they can't even admit to themselves. What you saw as friendship was really a mask for their jealousy. They despise your ability to thrive, even when they expect you to fall apart. They admire you, but that admiration quickly turns to contempt. They despise the way you effortlessly attract success, while they remain trapped in self-doubt. They'll never tell you, but the one thing that irks them the most is how you live without fear. Your courage is a constant reminder of their own hesitation. You would have never guessed, but their smiles were painted on. They despise how you're able to stand tall, even in the face of adversity, while they buckle under pressure. It's not your imperfections they hate, it's your strengths. They despise how you seem to rise above every obstacle, while they feel swallowed by their own weaknesses. Their silence speaks volumes. They despise how you're able to walk away from negativity while they're still chained to their own toxic patterns. They laugh with you, but inside they're seething. They despise your happiness, not because you're happy, but because they don't know how to find it themselves. They could never bring themselves to admit it, but your success eats away at them. They despise how you achieve what they secretly desire, but are too afraid to pursue. Their resentment was never about what you did, but what you became. They despise the fact that you found your light, while they still wander in the shadows. You never saw it coming, but the one thing they can't stand about you is how you always find a way. They despise your resilience, even if they pretend to be proud of you. They'll never admit it, but your boldness in chasing your dreams exposes the comfort zones they're too afraid to leave. They despise how you thrive where they fear to tread. You never knew it, but they've been quietly envying your happiness. They despise the way you attract good things into your life, while they feel like everything is slipping away. They play nice, but behind the scenes, they can't stand how you never give up. They despise the way you keep pushing forward while they feel trapped by their own self-doubt. You were oblivious to it, but every time you walked into the room, their mood darkened. They despise how you light up spaces they feel invisible in. What they despise most is how you've learned to love yourself. Your self-acceptance makes them painfully aware of the parts of themselves they've yet to come to terms with. They've spent years pretending to be happy for you, but in truth, they despise how you're able to break free from the chains they still drag behind them. You never saw it, but their resentment simmered every time you reached a new milestone. They despise the way you never settle, always striving for more while they feel stuck in place. They despise your sense of inner peace because no matter what life throws at you, you seem to remain unshaken. It makes them question their own fragility. They won't say it aloud, but every time you smile, they wince. They despise your joy because it reminds them of the happiness they can't seem to find within themselves. They pretend to be supportive, but every step you take toward your goals makes them seethe. They despise the way you refuse to give up, while they've long since stopped trying. They hide their bitterness well, but deep down, they despise how effortlessly you seem to find balance in your life. It's a stark contrast to the chaos they can't seem to escape. They despise the way people are drawn to you, the way your energy lights up a room. It's a painful reminder of how small they feel in comparison. They'll never tell you, but every time you succeed, it eats away at them. They despise how your progress reminds them of all the places they've failed. They act like they're happy for you, but their eyes tell a different story. They despise how you've found a way to succeed where they've only found roadblocks. They despise how you remain true to yourself, even when others try to change you. It frustrates them because they feel lost in their own identity, while you seem so secure in yours. You were completely unaware, but their envy grew with every achievement of yours. They despise how your wins make them question the life they've settled for. They've never told you, but deep down, they despise how you refuse to let fear control your decisions. Your courage is a painful reminder of their own reluctance to take risks. You had no idea, but your confidence has been a source of quiet resentment. They despise the way you walk through life with your head held high while they feel crushed by their own insecurities. Their silence wasn't just indifference, it was envy. They despise the way you're able to move forward without being weighed down by doubt. You've never seen it, but every time you rise, it's a reminder of how far they feel they've fallen. They despise how you keep going while they've long since stopped trying. They smile through gritted teeth, despising the ease with which you navigate challenges they can't seem to overcome. Your resilience is a mirror to their own fragility. They never said it, but they despise how you manage to stay grounded, even when life tries to shake you. It reminds them of their own inability to find solid footing. They pretended to support you, but behind closed doors, they despised how you succeeded where they failed. Your growth made them question their own stagnation. They've been quietly seething for years, despising how you never let setbacks define you. While they've remained stuck, you've continued to move forward. What they hate most is how you've managed to find contentment. Your peace is a constant reminder of their own restless mind, and they despise you for it.